Hello! Welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For today's adventure, I've come to Lincoln Cemetery in Kansas City, Missouri to see the grave of Charlie Parker. Now, Charlie Parker was a great jazz musician. He was a saxophonist. He was born here and raised in Kansas City. He got his career basically started here as well. Now, he died only at the age of 34 in New York City. I don't remember exactly what the official cause of the death was listed, but there was a lot of issues with his body, and the doctor examining his body, he said the man was probably close to about 60 years old, somewhere between 50 to 60 years old. Charlie Parker was only 34 at the time of his death. He had cirrhosis really bad, he had several other conditions, and his body was just not in the best of shape. Now, there was a little bit of controversy with his death. Charlie Parker was an atheist, but his funeral, they actually had a Christian funeral, so some people found that a little odd. He wanted to be buried in New York City, but when he died, there was no will. The woman that he was living with, which he considered his wife, was not actually his wife. He was actually legally married at that time to another woman, and since there was no will and no heirs, things got very mixed up and became very convoluted. Anyway, Charlie Parker, his remains were brought here to Kansas City, back to Kansas City, and he was buried next to his mother. Now, on other websites and things that I looked up about the cemetery trying to find Charlie Parker's grave, I saw pictures of the sign, standing up, and it's like, oh, that's a really cool sign. Well, I couldn't find the sign at all when I pulled up, and this is the reason why. The sign is no longer standing. The wood has rotten away and it has fallen down. And so we have come to visit the final resting place of the great jazz musician Charlie Parker. Now, the cemetery has hours posted. So when you come in, the grave is fairly easy to find, as they have this sign here denoting where it is at. And you just have to go around to the other side here to see the actual tombstones. But there he is. Charles Parker, Bird, August 29th, 1920, March 12th, 1955. And his mother, Addie Parker, August 21st, 1891, April 21st, 1967. So she outlived her son. I believe there was also some controversy about the saxophone that was placed on this tomb. It is a different type of saxophone than what Charlie Parker played, even though it is a saxophone, but it's not the same type of saxophone. I am not a jazz musician. I do not play the saxophone, but I do recognize that Charlie Parker had a huge influence upon jazz music, and he was also a great saxophonist. So, just came out here to check out his final resting place. Well, this has been another adventure in TV land. If you've liked this video, hit the like button. If you disliked, hit the dislike button. Subscribe to my channel for further content and ring that bell for email notifications. And if there's someplace that you would like to see me visit, or you have a suggestion about some future video you would like to see me do, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this adventure, or any of the adventures in TV land, you can help support this channel by going to either Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon and making a donation or becoming a member at either one of those two places. You could also help support the channel by hitting the Super Thanks button below. 50% of whatever you donate on that, YouTube gives back to the creator. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.